My name is Hal Cooter. I have a company with my wife Deb called TTM Events, and another business called the Tickle Trunk Balloon and Party Store. TTM Events is a business which basically morphed from Tickle Trunk. It does the weddings and event part of our business. And from there, we basically opened a new store in 2010 of TTM Events, devoting its attention to that area, market area. Tickle Trunk has been around for 23 years, and together they are now one company again. I was searching for any type of answers I could to bring up my business. Both stores were in separate locations and were struggling. The recession was a problem. The Tickle Trunk, with its higher rent in a full retail store, was struggling over the past 23 years. It became a problem with dollar stores, the internet, temporary Halloween stores. All these new developments in the marketplace had created a problem, and our sales were dropping with the Tickle Trunk. The expenses were still high there, running two stores, of course, and it was I basically needed somebody to take a 10,000-foot level at both businesses and give me their assessment of the business and what we could do about them. Don was able to, with the help of his partner Andrew Gregson, take a look at my business, and through a series of a questionnaire, found out basically what my management skills were and where the business was going, what my goals were, and also the mechanics of the business, our financials, as well as our internet presence. From that, it was evident that we were not being found on the internet. Our financials were difficult to interpret, and by having a Floodlight with the amount of experience they had in business and in marketing and in retail and in pretty much every aspect of business, they were able to finally give me a benchmark or something that I could say this was a problem, this wasn't a problem. From that point, we kind of looked at the business and decided that, you know what, Tickle Trunk, after 23 years, had to go. And it was a long, painful process after having business for 23 years, but it was decided to close it down and to amalgamate that with TTM Events back again. It was a very wise move, just from a financial point of view, with one set of expenses, one lease. And that part was, Andrew actually helped us a lot through the whole difficult process of making that all happen again. The other part that Don was instrumental in was getting us found on the internet. We weren't found in key areas that we wanted to get found at. We realized that our market, which was the bridal market, researched everything by the internet. And if you're not found on the internet, you're not found, period. So we decided that we had to spend a lot more time on that area. And with Floodlight's help, we were now found all over the internet in various aspects of the business that we want to be found. The Tickle Trunk as well, now that it's moved in here, is found, of course, on the internet as a leader in the balloon and party business still. And the Okanagan Wedding Network is another area that I developed with Jerry Mason, and we're found on the internet as well, too. So the Okanagan Wedding Network is feeding the fire with more and more destination weddings. The future looks promising. I am grateful to Don and Andrew for helping me find the way down this long tunnel, which was dark. A little more light there now. Closing a store after 23 years was a long, hard process. The process of turning around a business is a very difficult process. The fact that Floodlight stayed with me the entire time, month by month, was huge. They became friends as well as advisors, as well as consultants. They encouraged me. They kept my hope and faith in the business alive, and with their mentoring, I was able to see light at the end of a long, dark tunnel. I would recommend them strongly to anybody who is has a business that is still very viable, that needs somebody to assess their business, look at every aspect of your business, because they do have that ability to do that, and then make the recommendations. Some are difficult, but are necessary if you're to stay in business. And their mentoring over the year has been instrumental in the next year. My year from 2011 to 2012 is a remarkable difference. A lot of it was reducing expenses. A lot of it is the future, which is now evident by an increase in every aspect of our business.